Hey YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
Tonight we'll be doing Legends of Tomorrow!
Woohoo!
And we'll be going over mostly the second half, but we'll touch upon the first half.
Because I don't remember the first half.
I hardly remember the first half, so...
Because I watched it a long time ago.
Yeah,
like
I watched
months
it while
ago.
it was airing.
Yeah. I kind of did.
I did up until the part where I couldn't do reviews anymore.
Yeah, I did. I got caught up on them and I watched them. It's just then like when the second half was coming on, I wasn't watching it live.
Yeah. I was watching them as they aired until my parents got hurt, and then
so I just watched like them recently.
Yeah.
The second half. Like the last few days.
Right. So anyways, I thought it was cool. We'll start off with a bit, like, touching a bit on the first half.
Okay.
Like, how they brought Zari in.
Yeah.
I thought was pretty cool how they went back, how they went to the future.
Mhm.
I think she came in like episode 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool how like she was just like on the run from the government, and it just reminded me of the book series, Left Behind.
That book series.
The young adult series.
Oh, not the movies.
No.
Okay.
The young adult series basically covers the teenagers and older who are in that situation, and they basically they're still going to school and everything, but the government starts to take over, and so every little Christian thing is hunted down and destroyed, and they're part of an underground newspaper, and they like hunted by the police.
Nice.
They call the GGC or something like that. Global something Commission.
Cool.
But yeah, because how Zari and her family are like hunted down and stuff, it just reminded me of that. Because like the way I pictured if the books ever actually got to come to life on the big screen, one, they'd be a lot better than the actual movies that are out there because there's more to it. And
I haven't even seen them, so
just don't watch the one with Nicolas Cage and you're fine. That's generally how it works, right?
I'm probably not going to see them, so I don't know.
Oh, they're so good. Kirk Cameron is amazing.
Well, I can see Kirk Cameron in Growing Pains. I don't have to watch the Left Behind movies to see him. But he's cuter when he's younger anyway.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But yeah, like, it's just that reminded me, like, so every time I saw her, I kind of thought of that.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of interesting for me to kind of see that parallel.
I mean, it's cool when you can connect, you know, something else that you watch to that, what you're currently seeing.
Yeah. So. But, like, what was cool to me was that, like, it's like, for Christians, you know, it's a futuristic thing that, like, at some point in the future, that crap is gonna happen, right? And then like to see it kind of come to fruition on the show just made me think of it, and I was like, it was kind of cool to see it happening,
right? Even
though it may or may not have been any like hearken to this biblical aspect or whatever. It was just like, no, Big Brother just got all Big Brother-like and took over. Like, whatever way they were actually meaning for it to go, it was still really cool to see the parallels.
Right.
So.
It was.
But
I liked the one early on, too, about Ray, where it was, like, the 1980s and everything.
Yeah,
I was just like, yay!
His mom.
Yeah, where, like, he was taking it was, like, the E.T. stuff and, like, all of that. Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. There were a couple fun episodes in the beginning.
There were. I liked a lot of the ones in the second half, though.
I do remember the first episode. I think it's the first episode. But like, why am I blanking on his name? The historical guy. Nick, something. Tin Man.
Oh.
Nate.
Yeah, Nate.
Okay. I knew it started with an N, but I couldn't remember what his name
Yeah,
was.
Nathaniel. Well, that's what Amaya calls him, Nathaniel.
Right.
But Nate.
Yeah. So, like, Nate didn't, like, the first opening thing was us discovering that Amaya and Nate moved in together. And how they were, like, living and life was happy and they were just, like, having the time of their lives in their own home.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just left.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, half the team went back in time to get Amaya again to come and help them, and he had no idea until they met in the second episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was, it was pretty, like, I enjoyed it because Amaya came back.
Yeah, I like Amaya.
I like Amaya so much. I love her character. Fear that she left.
Yeah.
But
and Nate's like, don't look back, don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around, and I'm just like, no.
Yeah. Like, jumping forward like you just did to the ending of the series with Amaya.
Yeah.
When they did the whole, like, my daughter is supposed to take over for me thing, right? And she doesn't. It just didn't seem like Amaya to me.
Yeah.
Like, Amaya wouldn't have given up like that on her own daughter.
No.
Like, it was not true to the character at all.
Oh, when they had the ceremony and she didn't show up? Yeah.
Like, she's like, she does not want it. She has shown me she did. It's like, girl, did you want it? Like, were you not scared when you got out of the damn ambulance?
It's like, I'm going back to Once Upon a Time here, but it's like Emma said, I didn't ask for this.
Right?
I didn't ask to have this magic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just have it.
Right?
And I have to figure out how to use it. Like, you know?
Yeah. Like, to think that in the history, that when the guys attacked the village, history shows that Amaya couldn't stand up to them.
Right.
So history shows that Amaya's daughter never took the amulet.
Yeah.
But the way that it's told by her grandchildren is that their mother never had the time to get the amulet. So I'm confused on the timeline there.
Yeah.
Like, if their mother didn't have time to receive the amulet in the ceremonial way that they're supposed to, I'm imagining that it's kind of like Black Panther. But
Wakanda forever.
yes, Wakanda forever. But like, you know, because you have to earn it, you have to go through a trial or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine the ceremony is similar.
Right.
But, and yes, I know that's Marvel and this is DC, but all that aside. Like, it's mystical totem magic from the same area of the world.
True. Zimbezi.
Yeah. Like, it's mystical totem magic from Africa. There.
Yeah.
Like, I'm imagining that it's semi-similar here. So, like, I understand that the current Vixen wouldn't have went through that because there was no way for her to know the cultural customs to that.
Mm-hmm.
And she just, like, took the amulet and went on. But we see with Amaya that she's able to tap into it and go into the amulet and talk to her. Just like Black Panther could, you know? When he was almost dead, brought to life by the flower, all that crap. Like,
I was surprised, I know this is not what you're talking about, but I was surprised that Damien sacrificed for his daughter.
I wasn't.
Because, I don't know, he's such a bad guy.
Yeah.
That I just didn't see him doing that.
Mm. Well, everything he's done is for his daughter.
Yeah.
And...
But when he killed Laurel, he didn't know he had a daughter. Did he?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
Because Sarah was talking like...
The first time that he showed up...
Mm-hmm.
Well, not the first time he showed up, but the first time that we got to see him go home on Arrow, I think it was a Christmas episode. And he goes home, and we meet his wife.
Okay, so
and there's a little girl next to a Christmas tree. He's like, Daddy's home, and he was
Okay.
so nice. You know, like, he was very fatherly with her. And I was like, something's gonna happen, and he's gonna piss him off.
So he...
And then they attacked his home and kidnapped her. And
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, he's very overprotective of her. Like, I
Mhm.
don't think that she went outside their home.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I wasn't surprised by it, but, like, I was just, like, kind of like, wow, like, he actually does care. Like, he has a heart, you know,
Right.
type thing.
Yeah. The whole time travel back to save the guy that her dad was supposed to kill, that was,
Oh, Barack.
yeah.
He was going by Barry.
Yeah.
They
I ignored the character, and I was like, the plot is great.
No, the plot was great, but I do have to say that the person that they chose to play him, like, he sounded a lot like him.
Yeah.
Like, they did a really good job with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, wow, he actually sounds like him. You know?
I
So-
like how at the end they were like, you might want to find your birth certificate. That might come in handy in the future.
Yeah.
I was
Um,
like, yeah.
But anyway, like, and then when they all were, like, working together with their amulet, with their totems, and they created the Bebop.
Bebo!
That was so funny.
Bebo! Oh, yeah!
Bebo cuddle!
Super Bebo flying kick! Woo!
Bebo want cuddle! And it, like...
Right. Then explodes into hearts.
That was so
Like, the am I watching?
I did like that they went back to that time period, though.
Yeah, I liked the...
Like, seeing Sarah dressed up like that was super cool, and, like, you know, all the
and
girls.
the Viking.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really cool.
Helen of Troy and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then Wally, of course, being brought on.
Yeah.
was great.
I love that they went back, that... Was it this year? Yeah, because they were trying to find all the amulets. They went back to King Arthur's court.
They did?
Yeah, to get the amulet from,
Was that the
Merlin.
first half?
I think so.
Yeah, because
they
I
were
don't remember.
getting the
I don't remember
amulets,
seeing that.
And they had to go get the amulet from Merlin.
Which amulet or which totem was it? Because in the
I don't
second
know.
half
It
they
was
were trying to
Stargirl that
get.
had it.
In the second half they were getting the death totem.
Mm-hmm.
And
Probably
then,
the fire.
and getting the what? And then no, the fire totem was the second half.
Was
I
it?
think so.
Because the Earth totem was the second half with the pirates.
Yeah.
And then the fire totem was...
And the fire one was broken, and so Ray was going to be fixing it.
Yeah,
and
but
then-
he spent like the entire season fixing it.
Oh, I thought they just gave it to him
Did
in the
they?
second half, and he started trying to fix it. And then, what's
'Cause-
his name? Fire guy.
No.
Rory.
Yeah, Rory.
Rory started using it,
Mm-hmm.
and Zari was trying to teach him how to use it.
Yeah.
He was like eating all the time.
I know. Like, I'm just trying to think of what amulet it was, because water was in Amara's granddaughter.
Wally had the water one.
I'm just saying where they were originally. The water was within the chest of Amara's granddaughter.
Yeah.
For the life of me, I can't remember her name. Then you had Death with Elvis Presley.
Which I loved that episode.
Right?
By the way. That
It was
episode
amazing.
was probably my favorite episode of the second half.
Really?
Yeah, I really liked that one.
My favorite episode was any time that you got...
Sarah and Ava. They were in that episode.
I know. Anytime I got them, I was happy.
I liked their scenes too, honestly. I did.
Yeah.
And then it was like all weird that she was a clone.
Right?
I was like,
The hell? Don't go to the future. Why? Because there's so many of me.
it's like Rip did that for a reason.
Yeah.
But anyway.
What number am I?
12.
Right? So there were 11 others that died in my place. Like,
Yeah.
the hell? Like,
Um,
imagine, being told that.
Yeah.
That you're not even the first of you.
Right. And she's not not even real. She's just a
Yeah.
clone.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, I don't know. I liked a lot of the episodes in the second half. Like, they were all really great. Like, I was super into them.
It definitely got better the second
Yeah, it was really good. Like, I was super into them.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching, like, 2 or 3 episodes a day.
I mean, the first half was good,
Yeah.
but it definitely got better.
But, like, see, with some of the other DC shows, like, if I was, getting caught up on them, I would like them and I'd be into them, but I probably would only, like, watch 1 or 2
Right.
at a time. But with this, I was, like, I'm like, ooh, what's gonna happen? Like,
Yeah.
ooh,
Mm-hmm.
So, it was really good. I don't know. I liked the Amazing Grace one because I felt like, yeah, they went to the 1950s, but it was very authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Because Elvis really did record at that Sun Studios.
Yeah.
And, like, all of that stuff. And I don't know if the twin thing was true. It probably was. But, just the way that everything was done was, like, accurate to that time.
Right.
And the way that, like, the pastor was in the church and how it was so, like, he was preaching and the devil's music and all that stuff. And then, it being, like, an all-white church and all those types of things. And, like, the way that they were looking at Wally and Amaya and Zari and all of them, was accurate, too, because it was like that in the 50s.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Kind of reminds me of last season's time when,
with the nurse.
No, when,
Firestorm. Yeah.
Yeah, and
that was
he
a good
was
one, too.
dating the chick.
I liked that one, too.
Well, not dating, helping her find her boyfriend, but still kissing her at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't that the same one with the nurse, though?
Where
Sarah kissed...
Yeah, it's the same one where Sarah got it on with a nurse.
That's why I was like, I remember that.
Right.
But anyway, I really liked that, and I just thought it was cool that, like, he sang Amazing Grace to, like, calm the spirits down and to make them go back, and, like, it was just, I don't know, it was just kind of a really touching episode. Mm-hmm. So I really liked that one.
I loved listening to him sing.
Yeah. Well, they did this show on CMT called Sun Records, and it had to do with, like, Elvis, recording at that Sun studio and all that stuff, so...
Yeah.
So that was accurate, and I mean, if the guitar was taken, he wouldn't been able to record the song, and then we wouldn't have his music, so I mean, it made sense.
Yes. But, like, the whole, like, I'm trying to form words again, like, talking about something else, but the only thing that keeps popping in my head is their first attempt at making, I guess, what we know now as Bebo. Their first attempt at making a super soldier, right? Like, when you saw, like, an arm come up and then you saw their reactions to whatever mass was on the table, I was like, they made Voldemort! You just spill water on yourself. I was like, they made Voldemort! Oh. Because, like, I started picturing the Voldemort that had to be carried around like an impish little child before he got whole again.
Oh, before they made Bebo, when it was that ugly looking creature thing? Yeah.
I just imagined
that was
Voldemort.
so gross.
And then when they, like, because they started saying, like, all these powerful super things they were trying to, like, make into it, right? And when it became Bebo, I didn't think it was Bebo. Like, I thought, because they were like, I can't look away. and I'm like, what is it? Like, is it is it like an amalgam of all your faces in one? Like, how scary is this creature? Because you made Voldemort the last time. Like, well, what are you doing
Was it
now?
actually Voldemort?
No, but like, just
It
like
looked
how
like
frail
him.
and like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
looked like it was just like
Yeah, it was disgusting.
I was like,
It just shows it was frail because they weren't all working together.
Yeah.
Like they didn't figure out how to use it correctly.
mhm. Yeah,
Why.
but yeah, like I just keep thinking Voldemort.
The no-nosed.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Never utter his name.
Voldemort. He who must not be named.
You said it.
Tom Riddle. That's his name, Tom Riddle.
Oh, the actor?
No,
Oh.
that's Voldemort's true name.
Oh, okay.
He,
That tells you how big of a Harry Potter fan I am.
Tom Riddle. His name is Tom Marvolo Riddle, and if you change the letters around, it's an anagram for I am Lord Voldemort.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Well,
The more you know.
yeah.
But I mean, you find that out in the second book, in the second movie, at the end.
Yeah, I've watched all the movies, but I don't remember that.
But
They all run together for me.
yeah. But yeah, just the whole idea of what they did with the show this season,
Mm-hmm.
I loved. And
then Dark going to them for help.
right?
I was like, what? He must have an ulterior motive or
Yeah,
something.
but he was like legit serious
He
about
was!
it.
And then like when Nate was tied up and her granddaughter, was all he's gonna get killed and all that, and freaking Dark was all like, yeah, I don't know what to do. Like she's becoming Mollis and like all this stuff, and he was like talking to him. I'm like, what is going on right now?
Right? Like,
And then Sarah doesn't want to help because she's like hates him.
yeah. But I mean, she has good reason.
She does.
He killed your sister.
And then Rip dying.
I don't think he's dead.
Really?
Yeah. What I think happened is that because Gideon calculated that it was basically less than a 1% chance of survival, but there was still that chance. Like, she stated that there was less than this percent chance of survival. And I'm
Right.
like, well, that means that there's a chance.
Yeah.
And then the explosion...
Like if she had said there's no chance for survival, then he would be dead.
Yeah. But, I mean, there's a chance that he's alive. And the way I think that happens is that, he'd seen Ava and the stupid sidekick that follows her around.
Gary.
Yeah. See, he's not even worth remembering his name.
He's funny. He reminds me of Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. But, because he'd been around them recently, and he got his coat back from the Time Academy thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say Force, but then that's already taken. Time Force. Time Force. I'm sorry. Power Rangers reference. But, he got his coat back, and I'm guessing that there was probably, like, a time manipulation device in the coat.
Oh, Rip's coat?
Yeah, or, like, he jacked it off of someone, like, oh, I'm gonna stick this in my pocket for later. And I imagine that he got away the split second before it went off.
Yeah.
Like, what I imagine happening is that he jumped through, he activated it, jumped through the portal, and as it closed, the shockwave of the explosion went through with him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably stuck somewhere with the device destroyed and no memory of who he is. So I'm kind of imagining that he's stuck somewhere in the past.
And then in next season, when they go to that time in the past, they'll find him.
And he won't know what the hell is going on.
Right.
Like,
And they'll think that he died.
Yeah. Now that I say that, I'm thinking of other references about forgetting and being stuck in the past.
Like what?
There's a Doctor Who episode with David Tennant's run.
Of course.
It's a two-parter.
Of course.
Okay. And David Tennant.
I'm not a Whovian, so.
So, he basically went back to, an era of where they still kind of looked down on women.
Which was like...
Which
was pretty much literally until like the 1970s.
Well, it was a lot earlier than that. And it was
like
London.
the 20s?
Maybe.
Was it the 19th century or was it the 20th century?
It was the 20th, I think. So
it was like the turn of the
1900s.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was like the turn of the century, like the 20s, maybe like teens or 20s.
Yeah, like something in there.
Okay.
And he was at an old guy's boarding school, and because he put his memories of himself in a locket, because he was trying to hide from the bad guys who could sense him out because of what he was. But if he hid himself within the locket, then they couldn't find him. So he just became like a normal guy with no memory of who he was. He got implanted different memories that said he was a teacher. And he was going by John Smith. Like, how stupid can you go, right?
John Smith.
So he was
Like
a
the most
teacher at an old
common name
boys boarding school and was falling for the nurse. And
She's the only woman there.
no, there was, the maids and the cooks.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, she was interested in the dreams that he had about his actual life. Like, he dreamed about it, but he thought they were just dreams.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, that kind of thing, I'm just, yeah. Like,
Well,
I imagine that happening.
I hope Rip is still alive.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was a very good Doctor Who companion. I hope he survives time travel. I mean, what? The actor was a companion on Doctor Who. He was a Doctor Who star. So, I mean, and he time traveled.
Well, Doctor Who is about time travel.
Yes, but some of the side characters that were main side characters, some of them didn't travel.
I see.
But he did when he married the partner.
Cool.
So, yeah. So when I see him, I think the other guy. They both started with an R. Rip and Rory. Yeah. Yeah.
Well.
Rory.
Well.
But, so I'm hoping that's what happened to him.
Yeah.
Because I can see that being a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Hopefully it is.
yeah. Now, Wally. That whole meditation crap, I don't know. I was very disappointed.
I liked when they were singing Careless Whisper, though.
Yeah.
Careless Whisper.
Yeah, I loved it when Rip got drunk with him. But I'm sitting there going, like, I was legit sitting there staring at my TV going, he can't get drunk! And you're making it seem like he's a little tipsy. That can't happen.
I think he was just zen. Like, he was just super, like, chilled out and calm. I don't think that he was drunk. I think he was just, like, in that mindset of, like, I'm cool, I'm chill, like, you know. And Rip was the one who was drunk.
Yeah. But I don't know, just that... See, okay, my huge issue with this, okay, is that it seems like no time has passed, because when Amaya left Nate went to Central City and was helping Wally, keep the city safe, because Barry was gone.
Yeah.
And so my issue is that Wally went from saving the city, and probably the world at some point, with Nate, to I'm gonna go sit on a mountaintop and meditate. And what, 4 months went by and he was a master of the Zen? That crap doesn't happen in 4 months. To be as Zen as he was, that takes a lifetime.
Yeah.
They can't bullcrap me into that. So that bugged me.
Well, for the purposes of the TV show and time constraints, they probably had to do it.
Well, yeah, but they could have made him less Zen.
Yeah, they could have.
They could have, like, made it a little realistic to the amount of time he spent where he was.
Yeah.
And I mean, really, how long, like, he said, I've been up here for days. I'm like, dude, you can still run super fast. No way in hell you haven't been eating your carbs. You have not been up there for days. I am sorry. I don't know. The whole thing about finding Wally and going through that little check, it was funny, but so unrealistic to the whole character as just, I don't know. I couldn't.
Also, too, when Sarah, you know, put the death totem and she was inside Mollis and all that, like,
yeah.
And Jesse appeared to Wally. He's like, you're not real.
I love Jesse.
And I
Jesse's amazing.
I hated what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that he would find somebody better and that, like, he doesn't love her. And I'm just like, yes, you do. Stop. Like,
well, he was saying that because he knew that it wasn't her.
no, I know, but, like, it was, like, killing me.
I know. Like, I love that they got the actress to come back for that. Because I love her. Oh my gosh.
She's good.
She is. But I love how they got, like, all these actors to come in. Actors and actresses to come in and fool the people of the ship. Like, they got Zari's little brother to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And they got Sarah to turn into him and to, like, talk to her and, like, lull her into a state of, like, letting her guard down and then, like, I'm gonna kill you! Like, he looked normal at first, and then, like, the closer she got, like, his eyes were completely black.
Who? Oh, Mollis?
Yeah, because, like, he was, like, Zari's little brother. His eyes went completely black the closer she got. And I'm like, dude, it looks like the thing from The Ring. Come on! It looks like the creature from The Grudge. Just don't go near it.
It was so creepy. Like, this is not totally unrelated, but, like, the premiere of America's Got Talent was on Tuesday, the new season, and, like, this girl came on there, and she was legit, like, had hair in front of her eyes, and she was, like, you know, moving her head like she was possessed. You know how, like, they move their head when they're possessed. And, like, she was doing that, right? And she wasn't talking. So, like, they were asking her stuff, and she wasn't saying anything. And, like, these other people had come out that were, like, doing horror-related things, but the judges weren't scared by them. But this girl legitimately freaked them out. And they, like, let her go through. Because, like, okay, so, I'm sorry, this is totally not Legends related, but, like...
It's related to the demonic
But it's
part.
related to The Ring and The Grudge, in a way, because she legitimately looked like she was possessed by something. So, anyway, like, she brought out this, like, newspaper thing, and it said these people had died in, like, a fire, and, and this person, like, had committed suicide or whatever. So she, like, put these pictures down in front of one of the judges, and she chose Mel B, who's one of the Spice Girls.
Which one?
I don't know which Spice Girl, but she was one of the Spice Girls, and she's a judge on there. So anyway, like...
Is she blonde?
Kinda.
Because blonde was Baby.
I don't know which Spice Girl she was.
I don't know the other ones. I just know the blonde was Baby.
But, anyway, there were these pictures that were put down in front of her, and the girl told her to, like, choose one. So she, like, chose one of them. And then, the girl took a picture of her, like, holding the picture. And then she gave her the picture she took and she put it down in her hand face down. Well, then she opened the article and like showed who the picture was, you know, that was in the cards.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the person she chose. So she was right about like the person. And then she had her flip over the picture she took, and it was a picture of Mel B, and you could see the spirit of the guy behind her.
Oh.
And like the lights were going down and like flickering and all this stuff, and it was like so creepy. And she was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like she freaked out. And
Well,
then
yeah.
all the judges were all scared too. Like Simon was the only one who hit no, like he hit the thing to say no, but the other 3 judges were like so into what was going on.
That's probably why Simon hit no. He was like, I'm legit like scared. No,
they were like,
can't
you
jump through."
legitimately freaked us out. Like, you can go through. And it was so weird.
Wow.
But yeah, she
That's
looked
probably
like,
why Simon.
she
hit
looked
no.
like she was from The Grudge or The Ring. It was creepy. So, yeah, sorry.
Damn.
It was like something out of a horror movie. I was like, what? Anyway, back to Legends.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't gone on that many tangents this episode because we're only at 40 minutes.
Nope.
But yeah, like, this season was just... There's so many bits to it that you want to talk about them all, but you want to just hit the highlights.
I think it was probably one of the better ones.
I think... Okay, I can't remember what name she went by. Captain... Zaneway?
Jui.
Captain Jui?
Amaya?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jui.
Okay.
Because that's her name, Amaya Jui.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
So it was just Captain Jui.
Okay.
Jiwe.
Okay. I thought it started with a Z. But that's probably why, like, Jui, like, probably sounded like Zooey to me.
Yeah.
Something. But yeah, I loved that episode where she was a dread pirate Jui.
Yeah.
And I was just like, the dread pirate Robert. That's totally Princess Bride.
Oh my god, not Princess Bride again.
That's the only time I'll mention it. But the fact that, like, that was that Blackbeard or?
I think it was Blackbeard, yeah.
Yeah. I think they totally, like, screwed with that character, but I love the fact that, like, the person he loved, he gave the rock to, and it turned her into, like, this mindless killing machine.
Right.
Like, she's basically Poison Ivy.
Oh, jeez.
I would love to get a Poison Ivy on the show. And then have a Harley Quinn show up. And real, instead of just, like, that stupid side stuff we got in Arrow with the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Like, a real Harley Quinn and a real Poison Ivy on one of the shows in the Arrowverse. And, you get that little thing going there. Because they be a couple.
Of course they will be.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think one homosexual couple is enough.
Well, technically there's two. No, there's 2 couples and one person who hasn't found a couple yet. Because you got Sarah with Ava, and you got, nope. Alex hasn't found her new couple yet.
No, but I'm
And
talking
then-
about on Legends.
Oh, okay.
I just mean, like, we only need one.
Yeah. But, like, I'm saying, like, in the Arrowverse as a whole, like, it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be on Legends.
Right. Because, I mean, like, there's a lot of characters on Legends, so it would be hard for them to, like,
Yeah.
fit them into that.
Yeah.
So, I just hope Wally stays on Legends.
Well,
On
if
the
he doesn't,
team.
then I don't know where the hell they're gonna put him.
Yeah.
Because we already have 2 speedsters now.
Because he can't be on the Flash.
No, that'll be 3 speedsters.
Yeah.
We can't, like, that...
Okay, so
No.
which Flash is he supposed to be?
Wally?
Yeah.
Kid Flash.
Kid Flash, okay. I couldn't remember which one.
Yeah, he's supposed to take over as the Flash when Barry goes missing.
Okay. And then Nora
So in
is
2024 when Barry...
Impulse, right?
Nora is something else.
Oh, okay.
Because Impulse is from the distant future.
Mm-hmm. I saw something on Tumblr where the actors who play Cecile and then the actors who plays Nora were like doing an interview, and the actress who plays Cecile was saying, like, they asked her who, like, was faster, Barry or Nora, and she's like, oh, by far Nora. She's like, because she's a mixture of both of them.
Right.
Like, she's West Allen combined,
Yeah.
you know? So, like, she's gonna have the extra speed.
I mean... And she's already purple. Barry's never been purple.
Right.
So she's already beyond Barry.
Anyway, Wally better stay.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we've tried having 3 Flashes on the show.
And it didn't work.
And they sent Jesse to another universe.
Yeah. Which sucks because Wally and Jesse were so perfect.
But Jesse went home.
I know.
There's probably a Wally on her Earth, too.
No. I refuse. He's a different Wally.
He really is.
He's not the same Wally, damn it.
That's very true. That's a very different Earth from ours.
Anyway.
One in which Aquaman and Wonder Woman and Batman are all within calling distance of Barry's house. They were on the phone dial. Like, you pushed a button and it's head.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wayne. And I was like, what? A B Wayne? This is Bruce. You're calling you Batman?
But anyway, yeah. So Wally should stay, and I don't know. Hopefully Rip is still alive, and Damien Dark is dead.
For good, I hope.
I hope for good too, because
I can't deal with him again.
I can't either.
Like, you have no idea how pissed I was when he came back. Like, you have no
like
idea.
I was like, I don't like him.
I more than didn't like him, and it's not just because he killed Laurel.
Laurel. Sorry. I hear Yanny. I don't hear Laurel.
I hear Laurel, I don't hear Yanny.
I know. Just had to mention it because it's currently the thing that's going around right now.
Yeah, like the dress, the blue, gold, white, gold.
White,
whatever.
gold, and blue, black.
Yeah, whatever it was. But yeah, like, I liked him as the villain in Arrow for that season. He was good.
Yeah.
And the way they killed him off was great. And they did so well. Like, that was one of the things that is probably one of the only reasons why I like season 4. Season 4.
Of Arrow?
Yeah. It's probably the only reason why I liked that season, because the end
sucked.
Right. It did. But how they dealt with him at the end was so good. It was such a good payoff. And, like, to see his daughter being taken away out of the room when the room was crumbling around him was amazing. And I had no idea she'd been taken to a psych asylum because she heard demons in her head.
Yeah.
Like,
she's like, I like my demons.
but she didn't. She only, like, when her father opened up the thing inside of her and let it possess her and all that crap.
Right.
But which makes him so not Father of the Year. But, like, to see her go from the happy little girl next to the Christmas tree the first time we saw her, to the scared girl as the building is crumbling around her father, to the girl, like, we didn't know who the girl was that stood beside him and wanted to raise him back from the dead. We were just like, oh, there's the girl that wants to do this, I have no idea why, and then later we find out that it's his daughter, and I was like, oh, okay. I think there's some major differences between all the actors. They could have got people who looked a little bit more alike.
Yeah.
But,
well, he was the guy in Tin Man.
yes, he was.
He was Tin Man.
Yes, he was. He was a cop on the good side.
He was.
He was probably my favorite character next to Dorothy herself.
Yeah.
Now I have the little tune running in my head. Two little princesses spinning in a room.
Alright. I shouldn't have mentioned it.
But I was so beyond pissed when they brought him back.
Legends.
Yeah. Because there really was no need.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could have done the story arc without him.
Right.
So the final death to me, even though it was saving his daughter, it should have felt final.
Yeah.
And it didn't.
Yeah.
Because what
it's like
felt
they like
final
to bring
me,
him in all the time.
Yeah. But like what felt final to me as a death was his first death.
Mm-hmm.
In Arrow. And this death, it just felt like, yeah, bring him back next season.
They better not.
No. Like, I don't think they will. I don't think they'll bring him back again. Unless they go, like, into the past again, like, you know, they were doing when Sarah wanted to kill him. But, I mean, you know, sometimes if you go into the past, you just run across people.
Right.
But...
but he won't have, like, an arc.
No. And he better not. But his death the first time was just so perfect
Mm-hmm.
that this one, like, yes, it was self-sacrifice, and this time he wanted to die.
Right.
I don't buy it. Like, it didn't work.
Yeah. It didn't work.
So, there's that. And then there's the very, very final scene where they're all on the beach, probably, what, Bahamas or Cuba or whatever.
We need to talk about
drinking Mai
Constantine.
Tais.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constantine!
And he drops the dragon's head right in front of him.
Yeah. When you
Yes.
killed him, you opened a door that let other things in.
Yeah. When you let him out, you let other things out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like with Supernatural when, like, the Hell Gates were open or whatever the crap it was and all these
Yeah.
things were coming through.
When they opened Hell's Gate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. When Sam opened Hell's Gate.
You just have to throw Sam into that equation, don't you?
It was his blood, was it not?
I know. I mean, I don't like Sam, but I don't dislike him as much as you do.
Seeing his character makes me want to vomit.
Then why do you watch the show?
Because of Dean. But yeah, coming back earlier to save Sarah from herself when Mollis first possessed Sarah.
Yeah.
I think it was interesting. As soon as that crap started going down, I was like, they're gonna ask for Constantine.
I just like Constantine. Like, he's just a cool character. And
Yeah.
I watched the show when it was on. And because I didn't know anything about him going into it. So watching the show helped me learn about that.
Right.
But I like that he's part of this universe now.
Yeah, and he's gonna probably be a cast regular next season.
Yeah.
Makes me excited.
Me too.
But what I
Makes
found
other people excited too.
what I found hilarious was when he was left alone with Ava, and they started talking about Sarah, and he told her
she was so jealous.
Yeah, and when he told her about what happened at the psych asylum, I keep wanting to say asylum.
Psych asylum.
That's what I said. Like, I corrected myself halfway through the word. But he's like, oh yeah, we did that it was only like a week ago. And she's like, we got together a week ago.
Yeah.
And then, like, she confronts Sarah about it. She's like, oh, that was like in the 60s or like whatever, right? And I'm going, it was a week ago. It was the 60s. It's fine.
It was more than a week ago. It was like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. And like, she's like, it's a couple decades ago. It's fine. And then she's like, it was a week ago.
Yeah. It's like, you have nothing to be jealous about.
Right? It happened a couple decades ago. No. You're on a time shift.
But when Sarah told her she couldn't be with her, oh,
yes.
So sad.
And then when the door closed after she left, and she went like under the pillow and found the note, I almost cried. I legit almost cried. Like, I couldn't even.
I can't even. Like, oh my gosh. So California girl. Oh my gosh.
Shut up.
Hey, I said it too.
But just that whole storyline of how they broke up, got back together, broke up, got back together. I hope they're on, not off, for a very long time.
Me too. Because Sarah's what? She's bisexual?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just, you know what I've noticed? Everyone she's gotten together with has saved her life before she got with them. Like,
she has like a complex, like
she does,
like a, you know, saving my life thing.
Yeah, like Ra's al Ghul's daughter,
Nessa,
yes,
or Nissa,
yes, is like, oh, she saved me from the water, from the ocean, and from her father's wrath. And then, oh, Oliver saved me from Ra's al Ghul's wrath, and from having to go back with Nissa because I just decided I didn't love her anymore. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go do Oliver now. And then I was like, okay. And then sometimes she decided to go back with Nessa, and then she's like, no, I'll go back with Oliver, and it was a huge thing. And then she goes,
I never liked Oliver and Sarah.
and neither did I.
Or Oliver and Laurel.
No.
Tommy and Laurel.
And then she got, like, when Constantine brought her back and everything, and there was, like, you could tell that there was, like, something there.
Like some tension.
Yes.
Sexual tension.
And then every time they met after that, it was like, they had to have sex. Because he saved her spirit from the demon world.
Oh my gosh, you saved my life! I have to have sex with you!
And then she's doing it with Ava now, and Ava has saved her life and the life of her crew.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I have to have sex with you.
I think she legitimately loves and cares about Ava, though.
Yes.
So it's not
It's the-
just about sex for her.
Yeah.
Like, it's legitimate, like, feelings of love.
Which is
and
why
care.
she broke up with her originally, is because she didn't know how to deal with those feelings.
Right.
And I think that's what makes this one the real one.
Yeah.
Because the other times, she didn't deal with those feelings.
Right.
She was just like, yes, I like this person. I like kissing them and having the sex.
Mhm.
So I'm going to keep having the sex with them.
Yeah.
We're just going to be fuck buddies.
Wow! I did not expect you to say that on camera.
I didn't expect you to say that either, and then it happened. But I mean, really, that's what the others were.
I know.
And
You
now
could have just said friends with benefits. You
it doesn't
didn't
have the same ring to it.
You didn't have to say buddies. Like, come on now.
Hello, little kids.
I am not going in and editing that out, so you gotta hear that. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Right. But yeah, but this one seems so real because she's going through all those feelings.
Right.
And I'm really happy that Sarah's finally finding the I would have been happy if it was a guy. As long as Sarah
Is happy.
is happy. 'Cause Sarah's my favorite character. I was happy every time she was. If she was happy about where she was, who she was with,
You weren't happy she was with Oliver.
I wasn't happy she chose him at the time, but I was like, you're happy, and
I'm happy.
yes. Because I liked her story arc.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really like this character. Is she's banging Oliver, and that's the only reason she's around. Keep banging Oliver.
I honestly feel bad for Ray, because, like, he deserves to have somebody, and
Yeah.
he's, like, so funny and, like, adorkable and awkward, but he's, like, awesome at the same time, because
Yeah.
he's so, like, into every, like, pop culture related thing.
Yeah, I can't decide whether I want him with Zari or not.
He'd just be, like, a lot of fun to know and be
Yes.
friends with.
Yes.
You know? Yeah, him and Zari would be interesting.
Because there have
Because
been
she's-
moments of
yeah,
tension
there
between
have.
them.
And because she's so, like, she's kind of so, like, uptight. Like,
Mhm.
she's kind of wrapped up.
because of where she comes from.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know.
Like, I think that he brings out the best in her,
Mm-hmm.
and she pushes him because she, like, berates him so much that it pushes him to be better. Not that berating should, at any moment, qualify as relationship.
Yeah.
But I think that she's doing it because she knows that it works.
Yeah.
And if she found a different way to push him, she probably would use that
Yeah.
instead.
I mean, I would just like to see where that goes, like,
Right.
that dynamic, because, like, they're so different that it would be really cool to see how they are together
Yes.
in a relationship.
Yes.
Because, I mean, he was with Kendra for a bit.
Yeah, he was with Hot Girl.
And I liked that.
Mhm.
So it would
I
be-
believed them more than I believed her and Carter Hall.
Yeah.
That actor sucked.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like he deserves that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Now, if they just put, like, if they just go, oh, look, Zari is not white, Wally is not white, they'll make a cute couple, I'm gonna be so mad.
No, see, what I think they should do, I mean, yeah, because I saw that there were moments between Wally and Zari, too. Like, so I don't know which way they're gonna go with that.
Like, they already had, Firestorm
Because it's like, Wally
crushing
needs
on
more
someone.
time
Yeah,
on his own
yeah.
before he's with another person.
He's still in love with Jesse.
Yeah, he's still dealing with that emotionally and
Mhm.
mentally. Like, he's not ready to be with somebody right now.
Mm-mm.
Ray is ready to be with somebody.
Yes.
Like, I don't know.
He's over his last girlfriend.
Yeah,
And you know who his last girlfriend... okay, when he got with Kendra, he was over the last girlfriend he
Yeah.
had. Which was Felicity.
Right.
When he was over Kendra, There's no one.
Right.
There's Zari now.
Like, I don't know. I think it
freaking
would,
deal with Zari.
I think it would be an interesting dynamic to see that. I hope the
Yes.
writers go that direction, because that would be a white person and a non-white person together.
Yes.
Like, you know, that's what they're doing mostly with the couples.
Yeah.
So, like, it would work.
and I think it's really cute.
Yeah, me too. And it would work.
Yes. And
So bring Ray, Zari, and they can balance each other out, and he can be goofy and silly and funny and have all these crazy ideas.
Yeah.
And be all super immersed in his nerdy pop culture dumb.
yes, there
And
is
then-
one other thing that I can imagine happening instead of him and Zari. And it might be kind of wrong to imagine this, because he did know her as a child first.
Nora.
Yeah.
Well, he was talking about how they had a history. But she's gonna be in prison.
He gave her her father's teleporter.
I know.
She can teleport the hell out of prison. Like, I'm just waiting for the moment
We'll
she
see
shows
what
up.
they do. We'll see what they do, because they're setting up season 4
Mhm.
in a way where they have to deal with more threats, you
Yeah.
know, that are going to affect the timeline and all this
Mhm.
stuff. So, like, we might see Nora again, but of the people that are already on the team currently, I would like to see him and Zari together.
Yes. Yes.
Because I think that would be an interesting dynamic.
It would.
And I don't know.
It would really, like, their skills would mesh
Yeah.
so easy, because she's a tech. And he's a tech.
Like, it would just make me so happy to see that.
Yes.
Because then he'd be happy, because he's, like, one of my favorites. So, you know, he is. I think he's funny.
Funny. But
I like Sarah, too.
yeah, Sarah's my favorite.
I know that. I like her, too.
Like, I'm trying to rank them.
I
all
liked
by
Amaya.
now.
I liked Sarah. I liked Nate. I liked Ray. You know?
Well, like, you like them all. I get it. But, like, I'm...
Heck, I even like Rory, and he's not my favorite.
Right? Try to list yours in order.
I don't know. Probably of this season, Amaya.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I don't know, Sarah or Ray. And I like Zari, too.
Hmm. Yeah, mine would have to go Sarah. Shocker. Big shocker there. Oh my gosh. But, okay, so Sarah, Amaya,
Yeah.
probably Zari after that. The top
The
three
three
are the
girls.
girls. Yeah. And it's just because they're so awesome, and the guys just felt like side characters this season.
Yeah.
Um,
like, I would say that, too. Probably, like, Amaya first for me, and then, like, either Sarah or Zari.
mm,
Like, probably Amaya, Zari, Sarah, maybe, and then, like, Ray, and then Nate, and...
I would go Nate fourth, and then Ray, and then Rory, and then Wally.
Yeah. It was cool
Our-
seeing Firestorm again.
Yes.
Or Jackson, I mean.
Yeah, I love seeing Jackson. He has a little baby.
He does, and she's so cute!
She is!
What were you gonna say? Are you what?
Are we counting the alternate Earth, Captain Cold?
I don't think so.
Okay.
This is over an hour.
Yeah.
It's gonna take forever to freaking upload.
Well, I think we pretty much hit the limit anyways.
I do too.
So,
I hope you enjoyed what we did talk about for
Yes.
Legends, because
which was the majority of it, surprisingly.
yeah, and I tried to remember stuff from the beginning, but we covered most of the stuff
Yeah.
from the second half that we liked.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
if we remembered it from the first season, that meant that those were the parts that we liked that stood out the most.
Right.
So.
And like I said, I liked pretty much every episode from the second half, but I really liked the Amazing Grace episode.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But that's just because I love, like, history and time travel and the old stuff, and so.
My favorite episodes are when they go to the past and the future.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Why would the futuristic stuff be better than the past stuff?
I don't know. The first season did pretty good.
They did, but it's always fun to go to the past because then you get to see what, like, you get to see them recreate that period, that era, and it's just so cool to see it brought back to life that way.
Yeah.
Like,
and I love history, so.
I mean, I don't know. Like, just for me, when I see that on, like, Timeless or on some type of other time travel shows or movies, like, it's just so fascinating because it's like they're bringing it to life and you're being brought into that, and it's like you're a part of that time, too. And it's just so much fun to, like, relive it through the characters.
Right.
So, I just really enjoy that stuff. And I think that's why Legends is one of my favorites of the shows, just because of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it didn't have the time travel aspect, I probably wouldn't like it as much. But because that's part of it, it makes it more fun and, like, an adventure. Whereas the others are more just about, like, the superheroes. So, I don't know. I feel like Legends is a little bit more relatable and realistic because it does those things sometimes, whereas the other ones are just, like, dealing with the things the superheroes have to deal with.
Right.
You know, so it's a little bit different in that regard. But I still love the other shows, too.
Yes.
I just enjoy Legends because it's different.
Yes.
Like, it's more adventurous and it's more fun and it's about the time travel and all of that stuff and, like, them working together as a team and finding, you know, their similarities and their differences and bringing them all together to, you know, work together. And I don't know.
Yeah. Just so you guys know, if you guys are interested at all in Young Justice, then Young Justice Season 3 will be going, they are filming it right now. They're not filming it because it's cartoons, but they're putting it together and doing the voice work and everything right now. And I believe it's said that they will get it up this year, towards the end. But it's not going to go up onto Netflix. It will go up onto the DC streaming service. So, yeah, when that goes up, probably even these shows won't be on Netflix anymore. You'll probably have to only get them through the DC streaming service. So, there's that.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
But Netflix made a deal with CW that, like, once the seasons of those shows end, they would put them automatically
I mean,
up.
it might stay for these shows. I don't know. I'm just saying, since these are DC, they have a DC streaming service that has
right
been
now?
in the works. No, it's not up yet. It's not operational, but it will be, and then almost as soon as or on the release of the DC streaming service, Young Justice will be Season 3 will be released on that streaming site. So if you guys are interested in that, keep that in mind, and, you know, check out your pocketbooks and make sure you can afford the DC streaming service.
Hopefully these will still be on Netflix.
Yeah.
If not, they'll be on the CW app, which is free. They don't have the whole seasons, but they have, like, the last 5 episodes.
Yeah.
So if you need to get caught up, you can do that. I hope they stay on Netflix, though, because that would be a lot more convenient.
It would be.
But I guess we'll see what happens when the time comes.
Yeah. So, yeah, and Teen Titans should be airing,
I don't know when that's coming out.
later this year or
Really?
early next year. One of the two.
Are they filming it currently?
Yeah, they're currently filming.
Well, it's probably going to be next year
yeah.
then.
But that's why I said later.
It might be the
or
fall.
early. Yeah.
Or like mid-season next year.
So there's all that to look forward to, and all the cons are starting up soon, so we're going to get some con coverage.
Yeah.
We're not going to any, as
No,
far as we're aware
not.
of currently.
It says they're going to be 2018, so they're probably going to air this year.
Titans.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we'll see. I guess when we have a little bit more information, we'll let you know about that.
Yeah.
But right now, we don't have that much, so.
They might release a trailer at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
But you guys have the...
Yeah, you have that to look forward to. We'll probably, since Comic-Con happens in July, usually like mid kind of to late July, like, we'll try to get those videos up for the highlights of like the trailers and like the predictions for the next season based off what the actors and the crew members say.
Yeah, we want to get back into doing that again.
So we'll definitely do it for The Flash and probably Supergirl and Legends. I don't know if we're gonna do it for Supernatural, possibly, but I mean, because we are probably gonna review the premiere episode when it premieres for season 14. And like we said, we will do the 300th episode, which will also occur in season 14. So, so we'll probably do a video for that as well, like a Comic-Con thing, just seeing what they have to say about it and like the highlights from the panel and all of that stuff.
And the whole Winona thing that we've been talking about.
Yeah, I have to finish season 1.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get Legends, and I have to watch Black Lightning because we have to do that next.
Which will be coming out within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
maybe?
within the next week or two. I just have to watch the episodes. Hopefully I can get those done like this coming week, and we can get together again and do that, because I know you guys have been waiting for that and been asking for that.
Yes.
So, you know, I want to get it done sooner rather than later. And so I will get on that, and then I'll be all caught up on everything, and I can get back to the other shows that I'm trying to watch.
Yes. So we have all that coming to you within the next couple of months.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stay tuned.
So the next thing you have to look forward to, at least from both of us, is the Black Lightning review.
Yes. And our friend, if you guys watch this Flash live stream, are the third person that showed up, who has yet to be named on this channel. Well, she wants to change her name from when she first started showing up. But, her and I are going to be doing our own thing. It's a app gameplay, let's play type thing. It's a storyline.
Kind of like Choices.
Oh, it's Choices. It's just Choices is an app that has multiple stories that you can choose to play.
I see.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing The Crown and the Flame, which is a princess to queen exiled to taking back the kingdom storyline. Yes. So we'll be doing that, and it'll be starting shortly, once a week of video, I believe. And I'm doing a Choices college story every other day. And the next one comes out, let's see, today's Friday, Sunday. So stay tuned for those things. And
yeah.
I guess...
What's the title? What's the ending?
We have no ending. I always just went right out. So I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll have to come up with that.
Time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, if that's what you want to use, or we can come up with something different if we continue to do these, because I don't know if I'm going to watch... Okay. Since they're going to be on Monday nights, and Supergirl's going to move to Sunday nights, it's not going to, like, you know, interfere, conflict, or anything. So I'll try to watch Legends live, and we can try to review it on Mondays so that we still have a Monday night review that we're doing.
Right.
And if that's the case, we'll come up with something to end it with. We can use that for right now if you want to.
Let's do it.
Okay. Until next time, don't screw up time.